Hey guys, I just want to give you guys some insight as to what's been going on lately, and also I want to hear how you guys are doing, because you're part of my recovery and journey and you're my family. So I know that your comments and messages are read, heard, and seen. So I just wanted to share that with you. Some of the depression I've been experiencing has been starting to lift because I'm talking through it and trying to identify what the contributing factors are. And I'll give you an example. One of the major components that I've been experiencing with this depression is I'm much more aware and alert to all the time that has passed. Like, it's almost like being in a coma for 20 years and then waking up and realizing that you don't know your world anymore, and that all of this life that you had lived is gone. So I'm kind of coming out of that coma and realizing how much loss I've experienced. So there's a part of grieving. Another, as you guys know, is I know it's silly, but Bud, my boy, he's not come back, and a neighbor stopped Rod and I when we were out looking and handed us his collar. They didn't see him, but they found his collar. It's actually a miraculous event, because this gentleman stopped us. We just happened to be in his direction. He knew who we were, and he said, "I found your cat's collar. I was walking my dog and my dog found it in the bushes." Talk about a needle in a haystack. And when he handed it to me, that bell, just I keep anticipating hearing that bell, and when I heard that bell, it just like it was hard. And it's silly, I'm a sensory person. I started smelling it because I wanted to smell his smell. So many places at home, I'm expecting him to come out, like just anticipating it. And I'm just adjusting, to those moments. He's just been a part of my world for so long, as you guys know. And another thing, on a more positive note, is I'm going to college. I'm not in person in college. I'm going online for safety reasons, because I'm not vaccinated yet, due to me needing to gain more weight to get vaccinated, so it's safe. And I will tell you guys, it has been, a lot of people don't go to school when they're in recovery, and that's a very healthy thing because they're focusing on themselves. For me, it's actually been cathartic and given me goals. And because I'm so curious, I'm like, what? And I'm in human services, because this is what I want to do. I want to eventually become a counselor or something, and just help people on a scale that's in my competency. So what I'm learning, I'll be able to impart and help others with what I've been able to gather of information. And it's really an exciting process. To be honest, I'll tell you guys, I thought I was too stupid to learn again. I thought I did so much damage to my brain that I would not be able to go back and learn anything. Well, I'll tell you, I have some amazing teachers. And honestly, they have modeled so much of human services, of how to help, how to encourage, how to support. They've actually been my ego strength in so many areas. When I didn't feel I was capable, the encouragement from the teacher or the comments they would make on my papers, I would tell myself, "You can't write, you're too stupid," and all these awful things. Now I'm like, yeah, you can write, you got a little swag to you, rock it, lady. And it's starting to build my confidence. These goals are so important for me, because I can get stuck in a plateau of not knowing what to do and how to proceed. And this is giving me encouragement and energy and giving me something to shoot for. Not just, you know, I have physical gains to make, but the psychological gains. So even through human services, what is this about? It's about lifespan, it's about group therapy, it's about family therapy. I'm learning so many different dimensions of human services. It's adding to who I am as a person. And I'm finding that these tools are so useful because I'm learning how to cope better. And granted, in all fairness, this process has kicked up some issues because I'm more aware, oh, this didn't happen to me when I was a child, blah, 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 blah. All it is explaining why I'm that way. Now being more aware and realizing it's not my fault. It's just kind of how I was, and this is the result of it. I'm going to rewire it and start, because see, I was misfiring in my head. Now I'm creating new neural connections to help better deal with things. Keep in mind, this is just my experience. I've been traumatized by treatment centers and hospitals. I've had horrible, horrible things happen that I've not really spoken about. And I've subjected myself to a lot of hurt. See, trauma is what one person's experience as traumatic might not be another person's experience. I'll give you an example. If you and I are looking and we both see a car accident, my world might be rocked just witnessing it. Whereas you might be like, oh, how awful. Well, let's help and let's do something. Or you can be in a freeze mode, which I had tended to be. So with treatment centers, like I said, I encourage people to get treatment. I want to make that very clear. Just my experience with the places I've been to has been horribly awful. It's been psychologically damaging, relationally damaging, emotionally damaging, and physically damaging. The things that they put me through physically were almost criminal. And I'll go into further details at another time. But again, for me, school has helped me overcome some obstacles, whereas I don't want to get re-traumatized again. And I've learned about that in school too. You don't want to keep re-traumatizing yourself with the same experience. And so no longer am I looking for someone else, an external, to help me, like a treatment center. I'm internalizing it and using my own motivation to get better, and my relations. You guys are my strength. I draw my strength from you as well, and I want that to be reciprocal, so we both get a benefit of it. I hope this clarifies, and please, if you have questions or any insight, please comment below. I want to hear your thoughts on it. It's I'm really excited about school, and I'm enjoying it. And I want you to come along with me on this learning process. So keep pooping rainbows and crapping unicorns, and learn to and love yourself like I'm learning to.